arrest me. I don't want us to have it.
I'm going to do very, very quickly.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this or promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on Beetv Global News at 6. My name is Zainab Mohammed. Now the news in details. The Edo State government has intensified its campaign against illicit drugs and has arrested 7 suspects, including a breastfeeding mother, in a coordinated anti-drug operation across Uromi, Ubiaja and Auchi in Edo Central and Edo North Senatorial Districts. Beetv News Best Orator has details.
Because the first form of rehabilitating a drug patient or a drug user is to make sure that he does not have it to take.
The suspects, comprising 3 males and 4 females, were paraded in Benin City by the Edo State Task Force. Commissioner for Public Safety and Security, Honorable Chief Festus Ebea, disclosed that the arrest followed credible intelligence and targeted raids on known drug hubs. He stated that various quantities of illicit substances were recovered from the suspects, providing incontrovertible evidence of their involvement in the sale and distribution of our drugs. According to the commissioner, the operation was carried out on November 26, 2025 by the Edo State Task Force mandated to ensure a crime-free environment across the state. Honorable Ebea added that all evidence recovered linked the suspects to the trade in harmful substances that have contributed to rising anti-social behavior.
Put our heads together and say we must start to begin to curb the usage of these harmful drugs. And we must start back home, starting from the enclave on which I am from, which of course the government house task force commander is from, and beyond. So we went to Eastern Southeast, we went to Eastern Northeast, we went to Esako West, and we brought these people here, and you can see the various evidence. You can show that these people are actually involved in the sale of these harmful substances.
He noted that the Edo State government is determined to dismantle drug networks, restore public safety and protect young people from the destructive grip of narcotics. He revealed that the suspects will be profiled and handed over to the appropriate authorities for prosecution. The commissioner emphasized Governor Monday Okperelo's directive to make Edo a drug-free state, stressing that narcotics destroy lives and endanger communities.
Nobody, in most cases, do things in negative ways without the influence of one form of hard drug or another. And this is why we have arrested them. We will certainly take them to the appropriate authorities to profile them and, if need be, charge them to court, as the case may be. But by and large, Edo State must be rid, as the governor, Senator Monday Okperelo, has directed, of the usage of these harmful substances, which is negatively impacting on our youths. At the end of the day, you will see the difference. Edo State must be crime-free. You saw our governor, when he came on stream, he said no to courtesan. And today, you can say for yourselves, all those incessant killings on the streets of our metropolis, they have reduced to the barest minimum if they have not stopped. So we will call it take the war to the doorstep. Not just those who are taking the drugs, those who are selling. Because it takes two to tango. If you are not selling, the man looking for to buy will not buy.
Chairman of Edo State Task Force, CSP Mike Aneto, reaffirmed his team's commitment to eradicating drug-related crime across the state. He thanked the commissioner for his unwavering support and warned others involved in illicit drug trade to desist before the law catches up with them.
It was easy for us to achieve because the Commissioner for Public Safety and Security was fully involved. He gave us the necessary support. And I want to still use this opportunity to plead with him to always stand by us, with him on us, and I can assure that we're going to do our best and keep Edo State free. The advice, our commissioner have said some part of it. We advise them the moment they hear this on air, those involved should quit, because wherever you are, we surely get to you. There is no hiding place for them. In as much you are in Edo State here and you operate this, we must get to you.
The Edo State government reiterated that the crackdown will continue relentlessly until all communities are safe, secure, and free from the scourge of illicit drugs. Best Orator reporting for BTV News.
Now that the dry season has come, residents are calling on the state government to mandate all relevant ministries and agencies of government to fix roads that are riddled with potholes. BTV News' Precious Abolaho reports that commuters on Ubo-Lagos Road and others are calling on the government to fix the road to allow for smooth vehicular movement. The report.
Benin, in quote, have a very good connectivity, but they are not doing anything to it.
Potholes are broken, sunken areas on the road surface caused by repeated pressure from vehicles and weather conditions. They usually form where water seeps into cracks, freeze and expand, then melts, weakening the road. As cars drive over these weak spots, the surface collapses, creating a hole leading to traffic disruption, vehicle damage and even accidents. Potholes are dangerous because they can damage vehicles, cause accidents, slow down traffic and create unsafe conditions for both drivers and residents. In some roads in Benin, potholes is a major challenge for drivers as it damages vehicle and worsens the condition of roads over time, leading to bad roads. The potholes at Ubo-Lagos Road and Ring Road, which is the city center, has raised concern from drivers and commuters who lament the difficulties they go through while plying the road.
But I believe that even the existing road, if they can fix it up, the layer is that maybe what they have done it before, and maybe later they decide to, they resurface it. We can get a good road and you cannot go slow on the road.
Our roads are not up to standard, and then the potholes, I wouldn't say it's quite bad, because for those who drive, they have to go to the mechanic often because of the damages it does to their car. So for me, I wouldn't say the government is doing much, because our roads are getting worse, and then especially in Benin we have bad roads and which needs to be fixed.
Roads are very important. They are economic resource in opening up businesses and some other things. Like where I'm coming from, if the roads are not good, I will not be able to get here in time, but the roads are not actually good. Like one along a wire road, you see the place very close to a motor secondary school, very bad. In fact, I was even asking the friends as I was going home, and I asked, I said, what are the government doing about it? In fact, I would like the government to at least have a direct intervention about this. I feel ashamed to see that most of the roads are so bad.
For government to see things like this, maybe they can do something about it. It's not a good thing for a government to see things they're supposed to do and they can't do it. But as bad road is not good for people who are still working it.
The communities call on the state government to look into the issues of potholes across road and get them fixed. They also stress on the need for proper road maintenance to prevent worsening conditions.
The Edo State Police Command says the command's attention has been drawn to a video currently circulating on social media alleging the kidnapping of a couple in Avili. The Public Relations Office, CSP Joel Musa Yamu, says upon receipt of the information, all necessary operational and investigative mechanisms were immediately activated to ensure the safe rescue of the victims and the arrest of the perpetrators. He said the Commissioner of Police, CP Monday Abonika, has further directed a thorough investigation into the incidents, and all persons found to be complicit, whether directly or indirectly, remain calm and continue to provide credible information that may assist ongoing investigations. The command reiterates its unwavering commitment to the security and safety of all residents of Edo State. Authorities in Benin City are raising concerns over the lack of proper road direction banners and signage across major roads and junctions. The absence of clear signs, they say, has caused confusion, traffic congestion, and in some cases, accidents, particularly along busy roads such as Sapler Road, Apapava, and Uboro. Residents are calling on the Edo State to ensure public safety. The report. Recently, several residents and commuters highlighted the difficulties of navigating the city, particularly for visitors, without clear road signs. Some noted that missing or damaged signs makes it harder for drivers, especially those unfamiliar with certain areas, to judge junctions, bends, and pedestrians crossing safely. A road user told BTV News that proper road direction banners and signage are essential across Benin City. He explains that clear signage can help prevent some crimes, like kidnapping, because when people, especially strangers or visitors, know exactly where they are going, they are less likely to get lost or enter risky areas. He added that well-marked roads not only improve navigation but also enhance safety, reduce confusion, and give both residents and visitors a sense of security while moving around cities.
You need development so that you not be lost. Virtually every street in Lagos, they have these signposts. But here in Benin, our own is different and is
advertisement agency EDSA in Benin City to get insight on the state's plan for improving road direction signage. However, the agency's director was not available at the time. Residents and road users hope that the Edo State government will take the concern seriously, ensuring that proper signs and direction banners are installed promptly across the city to enhance safety, improve navigation, and prevent incidents such as kidnappings or getting lost in unfamiliar areas. Zainab Mohammed reporting for BTV News. The Zamfara state government has reiterated that it will not shut down schools, despite the recent wave of attack and students' adoptions across the region. Authorities insist that adequate security measures have been strengthened to protect learning centers and ensure uninterrupted academic activities across the state. The government also announced the award of specialized scholarships to young people in Zamfara to study aviation, aircraft engineering, and other professional courses in various institutions. The report. Schools in Zamfara have suffered attacks by bandits in recent years, leading to the temporary closure of boarding schools to improve security and guarantee the safety of students and teachers. Recent adoptions in Kebbi and Niger State prompted some states to shut down all schools, but the Zamfara state government insists this is not the case in Zamfara, stressing that current security measures are sufficient to keep schools open.
Most of the states that have closed their schools are states that are operating the boarding system of education, and where students are there in the hostels, and these bandits usually operate at night, so allow the school term to run its course, so that at the end, if there is any need for us to extend the holidays, we shall do that. But until then, we are still continuing with our schools. However, we are in contact with all the security agencies, and they are giving us all the necessary support that we are asking for to ensure that as our schools continue to operate.
In a related development, the Federated Association of Zamfara State Students has appealed to the government to expand local scholarship opportunities focused on their studies without economic barriers.
Challenge is the issue of local scholarship, and since we emerged, we assumed office, we have been battling with that very issue. There is no single month that as student leader you will not receive a complaint or complaints from students in regards to this issue of registration. So we were advocating and calling on the Zamfara State government to please revive the scholarship scheme.
Recently, some students were given scholarship in Nigerian Aviation College to study as pilots and aircraft engineers. So there are so many things happening while we are working.
The federal government is calling on ministries, state governments and development partners to accelerate the delivery of the special agro-industrial processing zones as Nigeria and IFAD opened the second joint supervision mission in Abuja. Officials said the review will meet results. The report. For years, Nigeria's agricultural sector has struggled with limited processing capacity, weak market linkage and high post-harvest losses. The SPAT initiative was created to close these gaps by clustering farmers, processors and logistics services within coordinated hubs. As the second joint supervision mission begins, the ministry emphasizes that the review is essential to resolving delays and improving coordination across participating states. According to IFAD, more than 41,000 farmers and value chain actors have been profiled, creating a database needed for transparent targeting and forming the backbone of accurate and accountable beneficiary support. So far, the program has supported over 14,000 beneficiaries in 2025 and has cumulatively reached more than 15,000 people with input support, nutrition interventions, training, and digital climate services.
Really consistent with the global agenda for food system transformation. In line with the Digital Innovation Action Plan designed by IFAD in collaboration with the government, the program continues to lead in the deployment of digital tools for transformative agriculture.
It provides us with a platform to take a close and honest look at the progress achieved so far, review implementation bottleneck, and jointly chart a clear coordinated path that will accelerate results across all SAP's state.
The Court of Appeal in Abuja has struck out the appeal filed by the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, ruling that it lacked merit and had become academic following his terrorism conviction by a federal high court. The lead judgment delivered by Justice Moses Ugo stated that Kanu's claim of violations of his rights to dignity, healthcare and religion while in DSS custody can no longer stand since he is now convicted, sentenced to life imprisonment and currently held in prison custody. The court also noted that Kanu's own lawyer confirmed he is being detained at Sokoto prison, making it impossible to grant his request to be transferred to Kuje prison. Justice Ugo added that Kanu had previously preferred prison custody and the court cannot revisit those prayers after his conviction. Respondents in the appeal included the Director General of the DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation. Advocacy for stronger women representation in governance gained significant momentum in Maiduguri, where political leaders, policymakers, and gender advocates from across the Northeast gathered for a high-level sensitization meeting on the reserved seat bill for women. The bill, if passed, is expected to reshape Nigeria's democratic landscape by creating constitutionally guaranteed seats for women in legislative houses. The report.
At the multi-purpose hall of the Government House, Maiduguri, a powerful gathering of voices from across the region converged with a unified message. Nigeria must open its constitutional space for women in leadership. For many participants, this moment represents a defining chapter in the nation's journey towards gender inclusion.
It is a wake-up call. A democracy where half of the population hold less than 5% of political representation is a democracy operating below its own capacity. It's a powerful call to action. It reminds us that women are not just participants in nation building. They are central to shaping the future of Nigeria. Women have always been at the heart of community development, peace building, and economic progress.
The Northeast Coordinator for the Advocacy, Halima Hayatu, appealed to state and national lawmakers to support the bill, describing it as essential for correcting historical imbalances that have left women underrepresented for decades.
In the whole of Northeast, we want to have 20 members out of representative, and each state, we want a minimum of 10 women in the State House of Assembly.
Advocating for our constitutional space in leadership is not just a team, it is a movement, it is a statement, it is a declaration that the time has come for women to be fully represented at the decision-making table.
Borno State's Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafor described the proposed legislation as a transformative bill capable of rewriting Nigeria's political story and expanding opportunities for women's participation in governance.
The reserved seat for women bill is therefore strategic corrective measures, a tool for strengthening democracy by promoting representation that truly reflects the diversity of our population.
As the forum concluded, one message echoed strongly across the whole: the Northeast is ready to champion the passage of the Reserved Seats Bill and advance a more gender-inclusive governance structure for Nigeria. Evelyn Isabella reporting for BTV News.
Nigeria's Minister of Education, the Qatari Minister of Education and Higher Education, Lowa Rashid bin Mohammed, to strengthen educational collaboration between both countries. The discussion focused on expanding cooperation in inclusive education and addressing the challenge of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Both ministers reviewed Nigeria's national plan to reform Al-Majiri and out-of-school education, including large-scale teacher training for malams, upgrading infrastructure in Shanghai schools, and supporting 33 bilingual schools built by the Islamic Development Bank across 11 states. Dr. Alausa emphasized Nigeria's commitment to reintegrating millions of marginalized learners into quality education, improving literacy and numeracy, expanding vocational skill, and ensuring safer learning environments nationwide. Military officers have taken control of Guinea-Bissau following reports that President Umaru Sissoco Embala has been arrested after gunfire erupted in the capital, Bissau. Government sources confirmed that the president was detained on Wednesday. Shortly afterward, military officers appeared on state television announcing the suspension of the electoral process and declaring that they would assume control of the country until further notice. The West African nation had been awaiting the results on Sunday's presidential election, which had already faced controversy after the main opposition candidate was disqualified. Official results were expected on Thursday, but both Embalo and his main challenger, Fernando Diaz, had claimed victory ahead of the announcement. In Kebbi, the state government has officially handed over the rescued schoolgirls of Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA, to their parents after days in captivity. Governor Nasiru Idris, who received the girls, said they have been released to their fathers to be reunited with their mothers and families, who were anxiously awaiting their return. He expressed profound gratitude to President Tinubu for ensuring the safe release and return of the students and commended security agencies for their resilience and professionalism throughout the rescue operation. Earlier, the state governor's wife, Zainab Nasiru Idris, expressed great joy presenting the girls with clothes, monetary support, and other relief items to help them restart their lives.
Daughters, so that we formally hand over our daughters to them for onward traveling back to MAGA. And I assured you that government will make adequate arrangements, security arrangement for your onward traveling back home. We thank our leader, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for giving directives to.
On behalf of the parents, we thank His Excellency for his tireless efforts to see that these girls are returned safely. On behalf of the parents also, we thank the government of Kebbi State, particularly the efforts shown by His Excellency in rescuing these girls back and being united to their parents once again.
We'll be going on a short break. Don't worry to stay with us.
Oh, time don't reach. What other people, many people, Edo State people, time don't reach to keep your environment clean. Operation Clean Your Environment. Operation Clean Your Business Places. You will be hotel owner, you will be market owner, you will they work out for street bus driver. Aha, that's the thing waiting for your motto. Not to remain for grand. That's the thing waiting for your domot. Not to remain for merry-go. Those one they cause yama. It they cause pollution to our environment. Carry that dirty, put down for your waste bin. Motto day we go carry on for your doorstep. Because you better can say cleanliness lead to godliness. Now small yama they lead to sickness. You will never can drink pure water or can water. Not to react for grand. If they grab you, I just tell you they go. No time to waste time. This one time don't come for us to join hand with the Urado local government by Honorable Gabriel Dussel, aka Gano, and the Ghost State government. His Excellency Senator Mondo Pawolo Akako rescue to keep environment clean. Because when you keep your environment clean, Papa, you go enjoy good health. Bring you this message from Urado Local Government Council.
Let's join hands together to keep Edo clean.
Hooray! It's another time, another day, and another year to celebrate Edo State Second Lady, Her Excellency Ambassador Mrs. Kasha Osaiti Idahosa. A hearty congratulations to a woman of valor, a delectable wife, and a home builder, Her Excellency Ambassador Mrs. Kasha Osaiti Idahosa, wife of Edo State Deputy Governor, His Excellency Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. On this special day, I join millions of Edo women and committee of friends at home and in the diaspora to celebrate you, Your Excellency. You are an amazing woman, a virtuous woman, humble and kind. I celebrate a pillar of support and a beautiful soul. May God bless your day with more love than your heart can hold. May God fill you with His grace now and always. May the Almighty God guide you with more wisdom to support your husband, our amiable Deputy Governor of Edo State. And may you continue to dazzle like the moon every day. I wish you many more years of celebrations. Signed, Chief Ambassador Mrs. Temi Stella Ogbeta, woman leader and special aide to wife of the Deputy Governor of Edo State.
Now to business news. The Securities and Exchange Commission has instructed capital market operators to confirm their compliance status and ensure every tradable instrument is fully registered under the new Investment and Securities Act by January 2026. The report.
Speaking at the SEC Journalist Academy in Lagos, Director General Emomotimi Agama said the ISA 2025 provides clearer regulatory powers that will strengthen investor protection and improve market transparency. Represented by Commissioner Bola Ajomale, he noted that the Act closes long-standing gaps that previously hindered investigations into market abuse, granting the SEC broader authority to probe both regulated firms and related third parties when necessary. Agama added that the reform was prompted by the rise of digital trading, fintech, virtual asset, and new financial schemes that the old law could not adequately address. He said, aligning with global IOSCO standards will make Nigerians' market deeper, safer, and more competitive, adding that full operator compliance by January is vital for building a modern and resilient capital. Guinea Insurance PLC is seeking shareholder approval to raise up to 15 billion naira in fresh capital to meet the new minimum capital requirements introduced under the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act 2025. According to a notice filed with the Nigerian Exchange, The company plans to increase its share capital from 4 billion to 19 billion naira and raise new funds through a combination of rights issue and private placement. The NIRA 2025 raised the capital threshold for non-life insurers to 15 billion, life insurance to 10 billion, and reinsurers to 35 billion, prompting many companies to begin recapitalization processes. As at Wednesday, close of trading, Guinea Insurance shares appreciated by 3.6% to 1.15%, with over 2 million units traded. Global B2B payments platform Vector has announced winners of its maiden Vector Global Business Award, recognizing early-stage African startups making stride in innovation and cross-border trade. At the ceremony held in Lagos, DingPay, a fintech company, won first place and a cash prize of $10,000, followed by Aquatrack in second place with $3,000 and Grower, an online tech talent marketplace, in third place with $2,000. Vector CEO Ola Oyetayo praised the exceptional qualities of founders participating in the competition, saying the award reflects the strength, resilience, and global ambition within Africa's early-stage startup ecosystem. He added that Vector remains committed to providing the financial infrastructure that will help young businesses scale their international operations. From the business scene, I am Sohe or Semegi, reporting for BTV News.
The death toll from severe flooding in southern Thailand, officials said. The report.
About 1 million households and over 3 billion people across 12 southern provinces have been impacted. The floods triggered by days of torrential rain submerged vast areas. Provinces affected include Nakhon Si Thammarat, Patalong, Songkhla, Trang, Satun surged from 6 to 55, driving the overall toll across the 7 worst-hit provinces to at least 82. While flood waters have receded in many areas by Thursday morning, water levels remain high in some locations, notably in Patani and Nakhon Si Thammarat provinces. Early this week, the government declared a state of emergency in Songkhla province, which encompasses southern Thailand's largest city, Hat Yai, citing the unprecedented severity of the flooding. The flood caused widespread disruptions. Many residents were trapped. Essential services such as electricity, water, and telecommunications were cut, and roads and homes were damaged or submerged. In the hardest hit areas, emergency response has included establishment of field hospitals, airlifting of critical patients, and delivery of food and medical supplies. Authorities expect water levels in most affected areas to recede below river banks by Friday evening, but warn that recovery and relief efforts will be extensive given the scope of the damage. Soher or Semegi, reporting for BTV News.
Social commentator Gege has stirred controversy online after criticizing Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface for purchasing a Lamborghini reportedly worth 400 million naira. He argued that the footballer's decision was insensitive, given the current insecurity, economic difficulty, and recent kidnapping incidents affecting residents of Edo State. The comments have triggered widespread debate on celebrity responsibility during national crisis. The report.
Gege claimed the money could have assisted families struggling with ransom demands, referencing a recent couple's adoption where kidnappers allegedly requested 70 million naira. While some Nigerians supported his concerns, insisting public figures should show more compassion in tough times, others argued that Boniface cannot be compelled to take on responsibilities that rest with the government. The debate continues to trend across social media as opinions remain sharply divided. In another development, Davido's aide Israel DMW has reacted to Sophia Momodu's recent claim that she has not received any child support from the singer in the past 5 years. Sophia stated that aside from school fees paid by Davido's parents, she has covered all other expenses for her daughter Imade and even waived both past and future financial support. Israel, commenting under a blog post about the issue, dropped a cryptic reaction. Yes, God, a remark that has sparked fresh speculation online. The controversy surrounding Sophia, Davido, and other co-parenting situation continues to unfold, with many wondering what might yet be revealed. I'm a Celebrity Gets Me Out of Here returned with its first live bush tucker trial since 2019, delivering a chaotic and stomach-turning spectacle as contestants were forced to drink gruesome cocktails mixed by fellow campmates. The challenge ended dramatically when Irish model Vogue Williams vomited after being made to drink a blend of fish eyes and fermented fish. Those who finished their drink the fastest gained immunity from the first elimination, leaving Jack O'Somborn, Alex Scott, Aich, Angry Jane, Kelly Brook, Martin Kep, and Ruby Wax up for the public vote. Meanwhile, emotions ran high elsewhere in camp as Shona McGratty opened up about ending her engagement shortly before entering the jingle, adding a heartfelt moment to the otherwise intense episode. And that's it on the entertainment news. Evelyn Isabel reporting for Beetv News.
The Edo State chapter of Sports Writers Association of Nigeria has shown its full weight behind the executive chairman of Edo State Sports Commission, Honorable Amadine Desmond Inabulele, passing a firm vote of confidence in his leadership at an emergency congress held Tuesday, November 25, 2025, at the Samuel Bumudia Stadium Media Center in Benin City. The Congress, called to address key concerns within the association, ended with a unanimous endorsement of Inabulele. Members praised his steady commitment to repositioning Edo as a powerhouse in Nigerian sports and his push to build lasting structures that can support athletes and administrators for years to come. Delegates also lauded the Edo State government for what they described as bold and strategic investments in facilities, athlete welfare, and programs designed to strengthen the state's entire sports ecosystem. They noted that the current administration has shown clear intent to boost opportunities for athletes, coaches, association, and other stakeholders across the sector. In a statement issued by his media officer, Edoko Wilson Edoko, Inabulele said he was deeply encouraged by the vote of confidence, calling it a boost that reinforces the team's commitment to delivering results. Inabulele restated the Commission's commitment to developing sustainable systems national stages. He also thanked Governor Monday Okpebholo, crediting the administration's support as the backbone of the Commission's progress. The Congress equally reaffirmed confidence in the chairman of Edo Swan, Comrade Kehinde Osagide, praising his leadership and professionalism. Members stressed they would not allow any individual or group to undermine his authority or compromise ethical sports reporting in the state.